Hey, welcome. Thank you for coming back. My name is Gabriel, fitness facilitator. I'm glad for everyone to be joining us. Today's topic, this week's topic, starting out at the beginning, the most important factor to success is a goal. You cannot claim success if you had no goal, and you cannot achieve your goal without a plan. And a plan needs to be SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, reevaluated, and has a time frame. Those are the necessary factors to setting goals. Believe it or not, most goals don't have a plan to them, and a goal without a plan is a failed endeavor. So we must set not just a goal, but a SMART goal. And by SMART, I mean specific, measurable, attainable, reevaluated, and has a time frame. So those are the factors to SMART goal setting. We will touch each one briefly today. Specific. What do I mean by specific? I mean as clearly, as best clarified as you can. To say that I want to lose weight is not specific. What weight do you plan to lose? Do you want to lose your lean body mass? Do you want to lose body fat? Get specific with it. How much do you want to lose? Those are the factors that we have to look at. So to say that I want to lose body fat and tone up still is not specific. We need to say, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds of body fat, gain 5 pounds of lean body mass. That is a specific goal that's going to let us know that we're dropping body fat, we're gaining lean body mass, which is going to lower our weight but increase our tone. That is a specific goal that is very commonly tried to attain for. If you're talking about a vertical jump, you're talking about your sprint, then you want to talk about exact inches, centimeters, or seconds off or on to those times. That's what you're going to be looking for athletic goals in terms of specificity. The next factor, measurable. How can you measure this? To say something like, hey, I want to be faster, you got to say how much faster. I want to run longer. How much longer? Start with a specificity, and then you can move into measurability. Is this something that I can measure? There are sometimes, hey, some people have a goal. I want to feel better. That is a little hard to measure, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a goal of feeling better about yourself. But you should try to make it as specific as possible. I want to catch myself smiling 3-5 times a day. That is something that would be specific. And now measurable, because the more specific your goal is, the easier it is to measure. If you just say something generally, there's no basis for what to measure it against. So once you are specific with a goal, it then allows you to measure it. And we can move on to the third step of goal setting, which is attainability. Is this goal, which could be specific and even measurable, but you may put it outside the realm of attainability. If we're talking about weight loss, we have a maximum of 2 to 3 pounds of healthy weight loss per week that you'll see. So you want to set your goals underneath 3 pounds, obviously. Now, you really don't want to set yourself up for failure by setting unattainable goals or goals that will more discourage you than encourage you. Your attainability should be something that is set so you are encouraged throughout the steps as you reevaluate, which we'll move on to next. But the attainability is a crucial factor to proper goal setting. You can be specific and measurable, as I said, but unattainable. So the attainable factor, obviously no one has jumped, 20 feet off the ground. So you're not going to set a goal of a 20-foot vertical jump. You're going to set goals of increasing your vertical jump by an inch at a time. Those are attainable goals. So small baby steps help you set attainable goals, which will help us move on into the next step, which is reevaluation. What are you doing to let yourself know what your progress is? Do you have any help? Do you have any assistance? Do you have any tools of any sort that will let you know when you've made those improvements? Without the reevaluation process, you could hit your goal, you could be heading in the opposite direction of your goal, but you wouldn't know if you're not reevaluating the process. That's crucial. Here at Gold's Gym, we have a 6-week reevaluation for every member of the gym, whether or not you're doing personal training. So we ensure success through the fact that we see all of our members consistently, regularly reevaluating their progress along with their goals. Have your goals changed? Has anything changed in relation to your goals, your abilities, your limitations, and what do we need to be doing in terms of guiding you from this step on to be seeing those goals? Constant reevaluation is very important. Now, you're not going to do that every day because it's not going to give you a big enough picture. Weekly, bi-weekly, at least once a month, once every other week is generally sufficient for most goals. But once again, you have to be specific. What is your goal? As specific as you can get with that goal. That allows you to measure the goal. And then once you have specific and measurable, you have, once again, attainable, which then you have to go back and reevaluate the progress that you're making and the attainability of that goal that you have. You may find through the reevaluation process that what originally seemed like a plausible goal, an attainable goal, may not actually be so once you find out a little more about yourself and your progress and your ability to progress along those lines, which all takes us finally down to time frame. Give yourself a time frame to get these things done in. A goal with no time frame is no goal at all. You can spend your life and possibly never achieve it. Without a time frame, without a deadline to achieve those results, you cannot expect anything to happen. Change happens out of necessity. It does not happen from want. It does not happen from desire. Change happens through necessity. So you have to need these changes. You have to give yourself a time frame to see those changes in, and that way you can get done what needs to get done and have a motivating factor. Time frame is important, part of the goal setting process for a motivating factor, but there should always be an emotional attachment to whatever you're trying to achieve. We are emotional beings, whether or not you like to think. So a lot of men like to think they're much more logical than they actually are, but emotions do rule us. This is not Star Trek. We're not in Vulcans here. So use your emotions. Find something or create an emotional attachment to the success that you want to see, and that will help you set specific, measurable, attainable, reevaluated and time-specific, time-framed goals. SMART goals are the way to strive for success. Sacrifice is a necessary factor in that formula as well. So set SMART goals. Don't forget to sacrifice, or else you will not achieve. Thank you for joining us. Join again next week where we'll be discussing another topic, moving on to the more and more in depth each time with the fitness program. Please, if you have any questions, I'd love to hear some response from everybody and focus specific sessions, maybe even some additional broadcasts just to cover your questions, concerns, comments. And you may also reach me at fitnessfacilitator@gmail.com. Thank you and goodbye.